Live on top of the hill inside the wind tunnel of Greater Latrobe here at Sabota Field for the next chapter of the Route 30 rivalry here. Lady Wildcats host against the Hempfield Spartans. Folks, Tristan Borland here on the mic with Ian's guys for the rest of the afternoon. Richard Hillwig on the controls. We always thank Richard for being here with me. I honestly don't know if I could do all of this without Richard's help and Robbie's help, so thank you both, Richard and Robbie, as we get ready for our St. Vincent College pregame show. St. Vincent College is a first-year liberal arts college that prepares students for successful careers and meaningful lives. Explore more than 60 major programs of study and learn more about how this personalized education is an affordable option with 100% of freshmen receiving scholarship aid. Schedule a campus tour at www.stvincent.edu. Again, that's www.stvincent.edu. St. Vincent College, together we rise. Lady Wildcats return back home, 10-8 overall, 6-4 in the section. They're feeling good as they are currently on a 3-game win streaks with wins at Greensburg Central Catholic, against Greensburg Salem, and against Ligonier Valley. A great game that was whenever they traveled out there and played against the Lady Rams. Kayla Williams winning the pitching matchup, and that one against Piper. Cats are hoping to close out the season with a non-conference win over the big scary monster in Hempfield, as the Spartans travel down Route 30 from their school out there in Greensburg and now come to Sabota Field to play against the Lady Wildcats on what should be a beautiful day for softball. Obviously a little windy for my taste, but you know what, folks? The sun is shining. The clouds are overhead. We have everybody in shorts and T-shirts. I personally in shorts and T-shirts. Even Richard donning the shorts and T-shirts in the clean white Hey Dudes. Richard is looking sharp, and we're ready for softball. Cats to watch. If you're the Spartans, Kayla Williams gave the call to start on the mound for Lady Wildcats, and if you're Hempfield, you got to watch out. Williams has been the ace pitcher for the Lady Wildcats so far this season, and so if you're the Spartans, you got to make sure you get contact and watch. Although you got to be patient, Kayla Williams in our last broadcast against Franklin Regional had struggled with some pitching control issues. She seemed to have cleaned it up over the last couple games the Lady Wildcats have played, but again, at Franklin Regional, walked 2 players and hit one with pitch, or walked 5 players and hit one with pitch. So Williams is definitely a player that the Spartans are going to need to watch out for and be patient at the plate if they want to come away with a victory here this afternoon. Another player for the Cats that the Hempfield Spartans need to watch out for. I mentioned at the start of the season when the Lady Wildcats hosted Pine Richland here at Sabota Field that the Lady Wildcats are going to need to lean on their youth. I mean, you know, a couple seniors are leaving, but this is a very young Lady Wildcats softball team, and they're going to need to lean on their youth to win games. And one player who has really shown some excellence out there at the plate and in the field, and that's Madison Balco, the freshman, who is currently batting in the number 5 spots on the afternoon for Coach Kowalczyk, who, again, has clearly impressed him. She's impressed all of us here on the Wildcats Network, and she is going to be a cat that Hempfield is going to need to watch and make sure that they do not give her up any easy pitches, because if they do, she's going to get contact. I'm telling you, Balco can rip that one and send it into the outfield. Hempfield comes into this game 17-1 overall, 15-1 in the section, holding on to a 13-game win streak. Their last loss was back in April. That was April 10th when they lost to Seneca Valley, who currently holds the number 1 spot in the section. 2 straight wins at home for the Spartans, winning against Pine Richland and Norway, and one ahead into the 6A playoffs with confidence with a win over the 5A Lady Wildcats. Again, not only a non-section, but a non-conference game for both teams. Spartans to watch if you're a Lady Wildcats. You're going to need to be patient at the plate because the Spartans have 2 very good pitchers. Junior pitcher Riley Miller, the Kent State commit, noted as being a star pitcher for the Spartans, has pitched multiple no-hitters, or at least pitched multiple shutouts so far this game, or so far this season for the Spartans. So she is going to get the star on the mound today, but the problem for the Lady Wildcats is that the Spartans have more than just one pitcher. They also have sophomore Julia Varola, noted having a wicked fastball. It is a solid reliever for Miller, has multiple pitches under her belt so far this season, and is noted by the head coach that Varola is a very competent pitcher, just needs a little bit of confidence, and that's not surprising for an underclassman. Confidence is something that you can work on. You know, being talented, having a wicked fastball, as I just mentioned, is stuff that are intangibles, but you can get confidence. You can work on it, making her more confident inside the circle for the Spartans. So we head into our Latrobe Auto Group keys to the game. Thank you, Latrobe Auto Group, for bringing us our keys to the game. Check out their inventory in location just off of Route 30, and check it out online at www.latrobeautogroup.com. Again, that's latrobeautogroup.com. Thank you, Latrobe Auto Group, for sponsoring our keys to the game. Keys to the game for Lady Wildcats is going to be some people are going to think I'm getting a little lazy here on the Wildcats, and by quoting our last broadcast against Franklin Regional, the Spartans can clearly hit. Contact and making contact is not something that's hard for the Lady Spartans. So the Lady Wildcats, not only the infield, but even more importantly, the outfield, are going to have to be on their toes. They want to come out with a victory here against the Spartans, and for the Spartans, they're going to have to make sure that their batting is going to be a high point. Lady Wildcats have struggled whenever the game starts to pull away from them. Whenever they're down by 3, it's hard for them to come back. They're down by 3 runs at any point in the game. So if the Spartans can get the bats going at the plate, but be patient, they can walk away with a win here this afternoon. We're ready to get started at the top of the first inning. Up to bat is Claire Mitchell, one of the outfielders for the Lady Spartans. The right fielder for first at-bat of the day. The pitch by Kayla Williams, down low. And time is called. And the umpire letting the Lady Spartans know that they can't be making too much noise in the dugout, which I don't quite understand. I mean, in softball, a loud dugout, I mean, we always mention on our baseball broadcasts, the Wildcats' baseball dugout is arguably the best part of the game. That pitch is in there for a strike, but jumping out of the way was Claire Mitchell, so an interesting call. Count is even at 1-1. No runs have been scored yet here in the top of the first inning for the first at-bat. And again, a beautiful bombing day here on top of the hill. Gust of winds, but I mean, here in the Great Wind Tunnel, no surprise there. The pitch by Williams, chopped at, bounces foul. Count now 1-2. And so the ace pitcher for Lady Wildcats, Kayla Williams, getting some, I believe it's chalk or rosin on her hand there. Again, up to bat next for the Lady Spartans. On deck is Maggie Howard, and then on deck is Lauren Howard. So some sister softball players. 1-2 is the count. Pitch by Williams is away. So count now even at 2-2. And a reminder, folks, this is going to be one of the last regular season games for the Lady Wildcats softball that we are going to have here on the Wildcats Network. Our next broadcast will be WPIAL playoffs time. We're going to do our very best to have that on our broadcast. Of course, that will be run through the NFHSN. We'll make sure you have all the information you need to watch that game. That one inside, so the count is now full for Kayla Williams and Claire Mitchell. And 3-2. For the first at-bat, will Kayla Williams get the payoff pitch here, or will she walk the first batter of the afternoon? Williams gets the call from Coach Kowalczyk. Eyes down her target. Her payoff pitch here. Chopped at, rolls out to third. Throw. Gets there in time. First out for Lady Wildcats. So a nice at-bat, but it does not end up paying off. I believe that is Corinne Wright there on third. She's been there for most of the season. So now up to bat for Lady Wildcats. With one out is Maggie Howard. The left fielder for the Lady Spartans is up to bat, the right-hander. Watch that pitch goes by. It's called ball, so don't want to know now the count. So Maggie Howard is currently at bat. Lauren Howard is on deck. Emily Griffith is in the hole for the Lady Spartans. The pitch here by Kayla Williams with 1-0. Chopped at, goes foul, heads right over to the batter who is on deck. So now 1-1 with one out for the second at-bat of the afternoon. And folks, I know I said it earlier, but I mean, my goodness, I think the last time we had this good of weather for any kind of ball game like this was a broadcast that Richard and I did at Bell Vernon for that baseball game. 1-1. Chop deck goes right back to Williams, and that's going to be a base hit. Error on Kayla Williams, and a base hit for Maggie Howard. So now her sister Lauren is up to bat. So Lauren Howard is up to bat. Emily Griffith is on deck, and Allie Servola is in the hole. The pitch, chopped at, rolls over foul. And Kayla Williams and the Lady Wildcats are going to have to keep an eye on first. Maggie Howard had quite the lead off there, and it looked like she would have had that ball knock on foul. On to second. And stealing bases is one of the reasons that it's noted by multiple newspaper outlets, one of them including our Latrobe Bulletin, that the Spartans are able to really get the ball moving. Throw by Machinsky, and it won't get there in time. That is a base stolen by Maggie Howard. And apparently Maggie's got wheels. Yeehaw, yeehaw, mentioned by the dugout by the Lady Spartans. As again, Maggie Howard steals second base. And so with an 0-2 count with one out, can Kayla Williams get her first K of the afternoon? And that pitch is inside, so 1-2 the count for Lady Spartans. And the pitch here to come by Kayla Williams. Way too high. Count now even at 2-2. For the third batter in the lineup so far this afternoon. Again, Emily Griffith is on deck. Allie Servola is in the hole. The pitch. Chopped at, goes right to third, and the ball gets by Corinne Wright, and that's another base hit. So runners now on the corners for the Spartans. So Emily Griffith now on deck, the lefty first baseman for the Lady Spartans. Still looking down, one out. Runners on the corners for the Lady Wildcats. The pitch. Ball. And stealing second relatively easily is Lauren Howard. So now two runners in scoring position, one on second and one on third for Lady Spartans. Let's see if Emily Griffith can get the bat going. Servola is on deck, and Hannah Urenick, the relief hitter for, I believe she is in relief for Riley Miller, as she bats in the sixth spot for the Lady Spartans. That pitch is ball, so 2-0 the count. Lady Wildcats still holding on to one out here at the top of the first inning. The pitch. Up high again. Now it's 3-0. Kayla Williams trying to avoid her first walk on the afternoon. Kayla Williams only given up 2 hits so far in this inning. They're both there in scoring position. That ball called strike. So 3-1 the count, 1 out. Kayla Williams trying to get Griffith to swing at something. She has yet to swing for this at-bat. And again, for Griffith in this, at the current count, not too concerned. More than happy to let Williams walk her and load the bases. Chopped at, that ball goes foul. Let's hope that that ball didn't end up in Coach Ron Prady's windshield. I hope not. I know Ron Prady usually parks back there or by the middle school. So now full count for Kayla Williams, the second one for her so far this afternoon. Emily Griffith, the lefty on first base, looking to swing for the fences. Chops it, goes right to the shortstop, and that's an out on first. So, great job there. So now up to bat is Allie Servola. The shortstop for the Lady Spartans now up to bat. Urenik is on deck, and Peyton Hinsler is in the hole for Lady Spartans here for the batting lineup. 2 outs now after the throw on a first making its way there. And what a great way for Kayla Williams to get out of this tough first inning, leaving 2 runners stranded in scoring position. That first pitch is going to be scored a ball, so 1-0 is the count with 2 outs. The pitch, chopped at it, goes foul, so even count now at 1-1. I mean, that ball had the distance. Again, lucky for Lady Wildcats and lucky for Kayla Williams that ball did not stay fair. That would have scored at least 1 runner, if not 2. For Allie Servola, the shortstop, the righty for the Spartans. Right-handed pitcher with 1-1 the count, swung at it, it's foul. Getting a piece of it was Servola. So now 1-2 is the count. Kayla Williams has yet to score a strikeout so far. This will be a great one to close out the top of the first inning for Lady Wildcats. Allie Servola on the 1-2. Chops at it, goes foul. Good job for her to keep this at bat going, getting a chip of that. So with a 1-2 count, 2 outs here. Kayla Williams to try to get her first out of the afternoon. The off speed goes right by her. Goes right by Servola. So now the juices are wild here in the top of the first inning for this game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Williams looks down at her wrist, gets ready for this next pitch. Pitcher by Williams to avoid another full count. Chopped at, goes right on a third, throwing a first, and that will do it. Great job by the Lady Wildcats to get out of this top of the first inning. We're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats. Now when we come back, Lady Wildcats will be up to bat here in the bottom of the first inning, coming up next.
I think we can agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrack and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats.
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!
we're back here, folks, on top of the hill. 2 goose eggs currently sitting on the scoreboard as the Lady Wildcats are now up to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Tristan Boylan here alongside the one and only Richard Hillwig. I apologize, my voice is a little strained this afternoon. Not only is it pollen season, and so my allergies are fighting against me, but also last night we had a real thriller at the Den. If you missed that one, make sure you check out the wildcatsnet.com to go back and watch boys volleyball take on the rival Gateway, who traveled to the Den last night. The Cats did the 9 impossible with a reverse sweep of the Gators after losing at the Swambo in 3 sets. First pitch there by star pitcher Riley Miller for the Spartans. Up to bat right now is Miley Williams, who has her sleeves all rolled up, as one of the downsides of AstroTurf, the pitch here. Down low and away from Miley Williams. Again, one of the downsides of AstroTurf that we have here at Graham Sabota Field is it gets real hot out there. I mean, I was out there setting some stuff up, and I was sweating my tail off. 3 straight balls here on the pitch by Riley Miller. And so Miley Williams, left fielder for the Lady Wildcats, lets that ball go. She is walked. And that's the first batter walked by Riley Miller so far in the game. And so now up to bat is Maddie Machinsky, the catcher for the Lady Wildcats. And again, on first after being walked is Miley Williams. The pitch goes by as Machinsky steps out of the batter's box to feign a swing. So 1-0 the count. Lady Wildcats have no outs as, again, Machinsky is the second batter. Pitch. Another ball there. That is 5 straight balls pitched by Riley Miller. Machinsky's up to bat right now. Kayla Williams is on deck, and Corinne Wright, the third baseman, in the hole for the Lady Wildcats. The pitch. Chopped at. It rolls away. So 2-1 the count after that ball goes foul. After Machinsky took a swing at it. So now the pitch here. Chopped at, bouncer, and it's foul again. Machinsky bunting, and again, that is small ball, softball at its finest there, folks. Sacrifice bunts and sacrifice flies are fine if you can at least score 1 or 2 runs per inning, which can be tough to battle against big teams that swing for the fences like Hempfield. But the Lady Wildcats have found success with the small ball in Coach Kovalchik's tenure. That swing is a strikeout here, the first one on the afternoon for Riley Miller. So the first K there for Riley Miller and Hempfield. Up to bat now is the pitcher Kayla Williams. Corinne Wright on deck, and Madison Balco, the freshman, is in the hole. She was one of our St. Vincent College Cats to watch for our St. Vincent College pregame show. That ball swung on by Williams, and it goes back foul. So 0-1 now the count with 1 out. Again, both Williams and Balco were mentioned as our players to watch. Again, Kayla Williams, one of the star pitcher for the Lady Wildcats, and Balco. That ball chopped at, it goes foul. And diving for that closely was Lauren Howard, again there on third base for Lady Spartans. So an 0-2 count now. Lady Wildcats already have 1 out, but have a runner on first. Kayla Williams keeps this at-bat alive. That one goes by, but it's up high and away. So 1-2 now the count with a runner on first. One-two again is the count with 1 out, runner on first. Williams able to just get a hair of that ball. I mean, it sounded like the handle of the bat made contact, not the actual bat itself. So 1-2 still. Kayla Williams not wanting to be the second out for Lady Wildcats on the afternoon. The pitch, chopped at and foul again. Williams was right behind that one. So Kayla Williams trying to keep this at-bat alive. Make Riley Miller earn it. Miller known for having a nice changeup. Only because she can throw such heat. And again, in softball, having a fast fastball is really domination at its finest. Being able to throw the changeup is just to get the timing off for Lady Wildcats. But that pitch is a ball because it's away from the righty. The pitch. That ball crushed, lands into the outfield. That's going to be a base hit for Kayla Williams. And it's a stand-up double, and it'll score a run. Miley Williams had to get on her horse after her sister knocks her in on a stand-up double. Lady Wildcats are up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Courtesy runner comes in for Kayla Williams. That's Bulbosh, who is now on second. So with a runner in scoring position, Corinne Wright, the third baseman, comes up to bat. She's been a very talented player at the plate for the Lady Wildcats, who only have one out here. The first at bat for Corinne Wright. Lets that strike go by. It's a heater right down the middle. So 0-1. Pitch. That's on our ball. It's away. So 1-1 the count with one out. Runner still in scoring position again. Miley Williams, just the speed from her getting off. She saw that ball, was able to land right between the middle and the left fielder very nicely. The pitch. And that's a strike there. So 1-2 now the count for Corinne Wright. And again, the wind here in the great wind tunnel of Greater Latrobe on top of the hill. The Wildcats lead by one here, bottom of the first. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strikeout number 2 on the afternoon for Riley Miller. So now down to their final out. Coming up to bat is Madison Balco, the freshman for Lady Wildcats. The pinch hitter for Lady Wildcats. The pitch. And that's a strike right there. It was a little low, but just barely catching the edge of the strike zone was that pitch. So 0-1 the count now for the freshman Balco. Riley Miller already racked up 2 Ks so far this afternoon. Would love to make it 3. That ball chopped at, and that has to hurt. That ball went foul. That hurt WPIAL right in the knee. And she does have a pad there, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to sting when it hits it. That's just to make sure she doesn't break anything in her knee. The knee joint, a very technical piece of biomedical machinery. So 0-2 the count with 2 outs. Richard giving me the side eye for that comment. My apologies, Richard. So can Balco make sure she's not the last out? Swing and a miss there. Rung her up is Miller. And that will do it here in the bottom of the first inning. We're going to head to the top of the second here on the Wildcats Network, but that will be right after these short messages coming up next.
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
Back here on top of the hill, top of the second league, Wildcats lead 1-0 here. Urenic is now at bat. She gets all of that one, but the right fielder is there, and she makes a nice play in the outfield. So that's Sarah Blossy there in right field for Lady Wildcats, making a nice play. So now up with one out is Peyton Hinsler, the center fielder for the Spartans. And that pitch there by Williams is a ball. So this pitch now coming from the Lady Wildcats. The pitch is low, and that's my apologies. That was Miley Williams who got underneath that one. Sarah Blossy is here on the near side in left field. I had my numbers were a little scratchy there. So 2-0 with one out here for Hinsler. My apologies, Urenic was a fly out. That ball hit on the ground, gets by Williams. Scooped up in the outfield. That's a base hit for Peyton Hinsler. As we now head into the number 8 spot, that's Ella Berkubile, the catcher, who took a foul ball to the knee. Glad to see that she is doing all right. That has 3 hits so far in this game that Kayla Williams has allowed. And has not walked a single batter, though. That's nice to see. Throw, and that gets dropped by Maddie Machinsky. So that's another stolen base by the Spartans. That's number 3 so far. Third Spartan with a third stolen base. And Berkubile, the number 2 batter. On deck is Sarah Podcool. And then after Podcool, we'll head back to the top of the batting order with Claire Mitchell in the hole. That pitch there, a ball, so 1-1 the count for Kayla Williams. Kayla Williams with a runner in scoring position. That's the tie there on second for the Spartans. The pitch here by Williams. Called strike there. 1-2 now the count. Kayla Williams trying to earn her first strikeout on the afternoon. So 1-2 here. Swing and a miss. Kayla Williams rings her up there. So now Sarah Podcool, the second baseman for the Lady Spartans and the number 9 in the batting order, now up to bat. The pitch. In there for strike 1 on the first pitch for Podcool. So now the 0-1 down low and running on a third and sliding in is Peyton Hinsler. That's her second stolen base on the afternoon, stolen base number 4 by the Spartans. They have some sticky fingers out there just snatching up bases. So now really threatening, only a couple feet away. That ball swung on, that goes foul. So 1-2 now the count with 2 outs. Kayla Williams could earn her second strikeout. On the afternoon, Miller already has 3, or already has 2. No, she has 3. My apologies. Riley Miller with 3. Her the last out for Lady Wildcats was a strikeout swinging in the top or in the bottom of the first. Down low and away was the pitch by Kayla Williams. So now the deuces are in fact wild. 2-2 with 2 outs. Runner on third for the Spartans. Kayla Williams looks at this pitch here. Check swing. And that's called a ball as well, just barely though. Down low, good check swing, so now a full count. A third full count that Kayla Williams has looked down this afternoon. The pitch called out by Coach Kowalczyk, and now Kayla Williams, the payoff pitch here. In there for a strike, and the Lady Wildcats leave another runner stranded. Spartans don't score, and we're going to head to the bottom of the second here after these short messages on the Wildcats Network.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website, hotelloyalpizza.com, or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
We're back here on the Wildcats Network. Tristan Portland, along with Richard Hillwig at our controls. By McHugh, the shortstop for Lady Wildcats, now up to bat. As Lady Wildcats have a 1-0 lead here. And that one in there for a strike, just barely. The off-speed pitch by Riley Miller. She has 3 strikeouts so far in the afternoon. The Wildcats are able to earn a run in the last inning. A 2-base hit by Kayla Williams. And that ball's hit and caught in the outfield. Nice play in right field by Maggie Howard, our Lady Spartans. So a fly out there for McHugh. Sarah Blossie now up to bat. That is not the 2023 homecoming queen, her sister. The pitch, swing and miss there by Blossie. So 0-1 now the count with 1 out. And again, Blossie is the 7th batter. Cronenwetter is in number 8, and Macy McHugh is the 9th batter in the lineup. She is in the hole. That ball swung on and foul, so an 0-2 now for Sarah Blossie. Chopped at, foul again. Blossie able to keep the at-bat alive. And the Lady Wildcats dugout reminding Blossie which way the ball needs to go. And good on them for doing that. The 0-2. Up high, called ball. So now the 1-2. Swung on. Blossy still trying to keep the at-bat alive. So again, 1-2 with one out. Bases are completely empty. Again, the last at-bat was a fly out by Mai McHugh. Chopped at, foul again. Blossy was just ahead of it. The off-speed by Riley Miller. So still keeping alive is Sarah Blossy. The pitch here by Miller. Swing and a miss. Rung up was Blossy. So now the senior Cronenwetter is up to bat. The number 8 batter in the lineup, who has 2 outs on the board, needs to be careful. Lady Wildcats really want to add on one more. The pitch here. Swing and a miss. Called strike. Cronenwetter wanted that one. Kind of lofted up high. I don't blame her. So now the second pitch. Chopped at, goes back foul for Cronenwetter. So now an 0-2. Riley Miller, who has 3 strikeouts so far today. I'd love to add another one. The pitch. Swing and a miss there. That's strikeout number 5 on the afternoon for Riley Miller. Lady Wildcats aren't able to add to their lead there. We're going to head into the top of the 3rd inning here on the Wildcats Network after these short messages.
The 2024 Best of Westmoreland survey is underway. Bardini's Country Smokehouse in Crabtree thanks you for naming us Best for Meats in 23. To vote now, go to bestofwestmoreland.com, then to shopping and place to buy meat, and vote for Bardini's through April 24th. You can vote once a day. Gary Bardini is the only meat specialist in the region, honored as a Hall of Fame winner by the American Association of Meat Processors. Thank you for your vote.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Den. LHTC Media Crew bringing you tonight's game.
Short notice, preparing for a good team like this isn't easy, but this is our style of basketball.
Greater Latrobe starts out the evening with a pin from Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network. Lady Wildcats lead 1-0 here over the Hempfield Spartans. And up to bat for the Lady Spartans here in the top of the 3rd inning. It's Claire Mitchell. She is 0 for 1 so far today at the plate. Had a ground out to the 3rd baseman in her last at bat when she started in the top of the 1st inning. The left fielder for the Spartans swings on that one, and she is down, and she is in a lot of pain. Tweaked something there. Just waiting to see what the injury is. We're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network out of respect for the down player. We'll be right back after this.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. The Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network. Up and standing is Claire Mitchell for the Lady Spartans. We don't want to see any players get hurt. I don't care what jersey color they wear. We don't want to see any of our student athletes ever hurt. Claire had a bit of a tweak there in her last at-bat, or her last contact that she made, which went foul. And it was a bit of a tweak there. I mean, she might have rolled her ankle or something like that there. So the pitch down low by Kayla Williams, who has cooled off a little bit. Only has 1 strikeout so far. Or no, she has 2 strikeouts. She struck out Podkol in the bottom of the second, or in the top of the second inning. So the count's even 1-1 after that ball. Low and inside. Williams now looking at a 2-1 count. Kayla Williams, who had a 2-run shot. Pitcher by Kayla Williams. Swing and a miss there, so the count's now even. It's 2-2. So again, even at 2-2 here. Kayla Williams trying to earn strikeout number 3 here. The pitch. Inside call ball, so now the 4th full count for Kayla Williams so far in the afternoon. Comes here in the top of the 3rd inning. Last full count, she was able to get a strikeout on. That was WPIAL, who she caught swinging, again, her last at-bat. After Mitchell is Maggie Howard, who is on deck. She had the last hit for the Spartans, and coming down to the ground again on that left ankle is Claire Mitchell. Really ginger. Again, we never want to see any players get hurt, but again, I wonder if this is going to be it for Mitchell. I imagine that there might be a sub in for her in the next at-bat. So the full count now here in the top of the 3rd inning. The pitch. Called ball there, so a walk for Claire Mitchell. That is the first batter that Kayla Williams has walked so far today. We're going to see what Mitchell can do on the bases. She is yet to be able to advance. I think a pinch runner is coming in for Mitchell. I'll let you know who that is in just 1 second. That is number 24. That is Klein. We do not have a first name, but yeah, Klein steps in on the first for Mitchell. And again, I unfortunately think that that's going to do it for Claire Mitchell on the day, who is jogging very gingerly onto the bench. So up to bat is Maggie Howard. On deck is Lauren Howard, and Emily Griffith is in the hole for the Lady Spartans now. Again, Klein is on first for the Spartans. And the pitch to come. Called strike there. Kayla Williams catches him sleeping there. The 0-1 now, no outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. The pitch, swing and a miss there. Maggie Howard had a base hit after an error for the Lady Wildcats. Then she stole second base. Was left stranded on 3rd. That was back in the 1st inning. But the 0-2 count now for Maggie Howard. Kayla Williams trying to earn strikeout number 3. It's in there and trying to keep Klein on first. So 1-2 now the count. Still no outs here. Top of the 3rd inning for Lady Wildcats. And the pitch to come. Chopped at, goes straight to the catcher, and a play there on second. Tried to turn for the double play, but a base hit for Maggie Howard after that one made its way back by Kayla Williams. So first out there, top of the third inning. Now up to bat for the Lady Spartans is Lauren Howard, the third baseman for the Spartans. Pitch here, runner still on first. Now making her way on a second. Throw comes in and safe. That's another stolen base for Maggie Howard. That is 4 stolen bases on the afternoon for the Spartans. Let us see if Lauren Howard is able to score or able to earn a run here. The pitch. Vachinsky is there. Spartans only trail by 1 run. That is the tie there in scoring position on second. And the lead is currently at the plate. If Lauren Howard is able to make contact, and enough contact to score a run, Spartans would tie here in the third. That pitch and threatening to run was Maggie Howard. And Machinsky keeps her honest. So now 2-1. Kayla Williams gets the call from coach. The pitch. And that is called ball again. So a 3-1 count now for Kayla Williams. The runner on second. I wonder if it's starting to get to her head a little bit, as Lauren Howard continues to threaten at the plate. This could be Williams' second walk on the afternoon. Chopped at, makes its way wide on the third. Throw gets to first. And so that will advance a runner. So Emily Griffiths now at the plate. And Maggie Howard now on third after her sister Lauren Howard grounded out to the third baseman. So Griffith, the left-hander, is 0 for 1 so far today. She batted back in the first inning and grounded out to the shortstop. Which is Maya McHugh there. For Lady Wildcats, that pitch is called a ball, so now the 1-0 count, 2 outs. Called strike there. So count is even now at 1-1 for Lady Wildcats. Griffith is at the plate right now. Servola is on deck, and Urenik is in the hole for the Spartans. A hit is all that the Spartans need. That pitch up high, called ball, so 2-1 is the count. With 2 outs. And now to dish it is Kayla Williams. That one way too away. Barely even in the right-handed batter's box. So now a 3-1 here for Kayla Williams. And still has a runner on third there. Could walk her second batter on the afternoon here. So this pitch needs to be inside the strike zone, and you know that Griffith was looking for it, but it walked instead. So that is the second batter walked by Kayla Williams, and that also is the second batter she has walked in this inning. Both walks in this inning. So now runners on the corners for the Spartans. And up to bat is Ali Servola. She grounded out to the third baseman back in the first inning. pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. So on the count, the bug's starting to get to me here, folks. It is that time of year when the little flyers are now out and about. Swing and a miss there. That's strike 2 with no balls. Kayla Williams could get the late Wildcats out of this inning again, leaving 2 runners stranded. She did that back in the first and left a runner stranded in the second. Kayla Williams' pitch here is a ball away. So Kayla Williams now the 1-2 count. 2 outs. Servola is up to bat. Urenic is on deck, and Hilsner is in the hole. Or Hinsler. Kayla Williams' pitch here. Swing and a miss. Kayla Williams got her. The 3rd strikeout for Kayla Williams. And that will do it for the top of the 3rd inning. Folks, we're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network. When we come back, we're going to have the bottom of the 3rd inning coming up next.
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
The 2024 Best of Westmoreland survey is underway. Bardini's Country Smokehouse in Crabtree thanks you for naming us Best for Meats in 23. To vote now, go to bestofwestmoreland.com, then to shopping and place to buy meat, and vote for Bardini's through April 24th. You can vote once a day. Gary Bardini is the only meat specialist in the region, honored as a Hall of Fame winner by the American Association of Meat Processors. Thank you for your vote.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Den. LHTC Media Crew bringing you tonight's game.
Short notice, preparing for a good team like this isn't easy, but this is our style of basketball.
Greater Latrobe starts out the evening with a pin from Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network. Mason McHugh is up to bat for Lady Wildcats, and now pitching for the Spartans. They're going to sit down Riley Miller. She pitched for 2 innings, gave up 2 hits. That was back in the first, walked a batter, and earned 5 strikeouts against the Lady Wildcats. And now, on the mound for the Spartans is their other pitcher, another ace, the sophomore. That's Varola. And I was told by Coach that Varola had a very good chance of pitching depending on how the game was going. And so they have the sophomore stepping in now. Up to bat for the Lady Wildcats is Macy McHugh here in the 3rd. And some substitutions, I believe, are being made in the outfield. Again, that is after Claire Mitchell went down with an injury in the last inning. She spun on a pitch, and she got it, and she sent it foul, but I think she twisted her ankle or sprained it or something. We hope that she is feeling better soon. It doesn't matter if it's a late Wildcat or a boys player or whoever it is. It doesn't matter. We never want to see any of our student athletes hurt on the Wildcats Network, no matter what jersey color they wear. We never want to see anybody get injured, so we hope and wish Claire Mitchell a speedy recovery, or at least hope that it's nothing serious. But now up to bat is Macy McHugh. She has yet to see the plate so far today. She's the 9th batter in the lineup, so after her, we'll be back to the top of the batting order with Miley Williams, who earned a run back in the first inning. It's the sole run so far in this game. Spartans have yet to blow it open here. And that pitch is wild, almost hitting McHugh in the ankle. And Varola was just warming up in between the or during the last half inning, back in the top of the third. So she's a little cold here. Just wanting to warm up and kind of lock in a little bit. High, way too high. Paws might be a little sweaty. Might be vomit on the sweater already. Mom spaghetti. Richard falling asleep in the van. Sorry, Richard. Or maybe his eyes were rolling so far back that it looked like he was sleeping, folks. I don't know. That I worry that reference is a little old for Richard. And I hope it's not, but it's always a possibility. That pitch there is a ball. So 3 balls in a row right now for Varola. And that's called a strike inside. McHugh a little confused. She thought that was too far inside. So a 3-1, and there's nothing wrong with not swinging on that. Right now, McHugh is up in the count. Just let that one go by and get walked. And a great job there by Macy McHugh here to start out the bottom of the third inning by being walked. So we're back to the top of the batting order. Miley Williams. She was the run that was earned back in the first inning and is the only run on the board for either team. Right fielder. Watch that one go by. One-0 is the count. Swing and a miss there. Now even at 1-1. McHugh's still on first. And again, if you're Varola, this is where you kind of need to ring it in a little bit. Even if you don't find the strike zone, you got to make sure that the catcher can at least get a wild ball. Will advance the runner, and there's a wild pitch there. But they're going to say that Williams got a piece of it. So it is foul. So 1-2 is the count. Runner still on first. Can Varola lock in here? Chop that, and it rolls foul for Williams. Again, the great wind tunnel of Greater Latrobe really bearing down on us. I hope that the weather cooperates us just as well. Tomorrow night, we will have the boys baseball senior night here on the Wildcats Network. The pitch. Chopped at, foul again, trying to keep alive is Miley Williams, trying to make Varola earn it. And again, we'll have the senior night for the baseball team tomorrow night whenever they take on the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions. I believe that senior night's going to start at 6 o'clock like it has for all the other sports. And we will have that here on the Wildcats Network. Chris Beck will be back, folks. Up high and wild, running. And first base stolen by Macy McHugh. Miley Williams now looking at an even 2-2 count. And Varola is still trying to find the strike zone. No, that's a lie. She has found it. Just needs to lock it in a little bit tighter. Swing and a miss there. Varola rings her up. Miley Williams goes down swinging. And that's the first out. So now Maddie Baczynski is up to bat, the catcher for the Lady Wildcats. She struck out in her last appearance. That was back in the first inning. And again, Macy McHugh is on second. So we will see. Baczynski can score here in the third. The pitch. Watch that one go by. Shows bunt, and the Spartans were ready for it. She showed bunt multiple times in her last at-bat and then was eventually went down swinging. She was one of the 5 strikeouts for Riley Miller whenever she was at the pitching mound. That pitch gets away, so it's ball. So 2-0 for Baczynski. Baczynski would love to lay down the sacrifice bunt and then get McHugh into scoring position with Kayla Williams coming up to the plate. And that ball, it gets way into the dugout. It's very hard to do that here at Graham Sabota Field. Both these dugouts are open top, but a tall fence separates the dugout and the rest of the field. So after that ball was swung on, going foul. 2-1 is the count with 1 out here. Called ball as well. So 3-1. Oh, and a slide. I didn't even see Macy McHugh stealing third base. What a slide in by Macy McHugh to get in there. So now with the count at 3-1 with 1 out, Macy McHugh is threatening, and the Lady Wildcats could extend their lead by another run. And that will walk Maddie Machinsky. That is the second batter walked by Varola. And now up is Kayla Williams, who had a stand-up double back in the first, and that scored a run for Lady Wildcats. And again, that's the only run on the game. So now the at-bat. Down low, runners on the corners and getting back barely. Could have been called interference. But McHugh was able to get back. Kayla Williams now looking at a 1-0 with 1 out. Runners on the corner still. Watch that strike go by. And walking into scoring position is Maddie Machinsky. 1-1 with 1 out. Kayla Williams. Watch that one down and inside. So 2-1 now the count. You have to wonder if the runner on third is getting into the head of Varola at all. I mean, that runner is right there in your peripherals at almost all times. The pitch. Chopped at by Williams. And a throw on to first. So Williams will ground out to the pitcher. But it will still keep 2 runners in scoring positions, as the choice by Varola was to just get the out on first and try to get the final out here at the plate, which is Corinne Wright for Lady Wildcats, who could be the very last out of the inning. The pitch up high, and Wright watches it go by. Good call by her. And the pitch. Called strike there. 1-1 the count. The next pitch is to come. Chopped at, rolls foul. So now 1-2 is the count. With 1 out here. The sun coming down here. And the pitch. Chopped at, that will roll foul. So the at-bat still stays up for Corinne Wright. McGinnis at the plate. Madison Balco is on deck, and Maya McHugh is in the hole for Lady Wildcats in the batting order here in the bottom of the third. The pitch here. Inside for a ball. Staring down Mason McHugh are the Spartans. So the Deuces are wild here in the third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Up high, ball, so now the count is in fact full. Corinne Wright could be the third batter that Varola walks here, and that would load the bases for Madison Balco. The pitch here. Chopped at, goes back foul, so the count is still full for Corinne Wright and Madison Varola. or Julia Varola, my apologies. Then you have Madison Balco, who is on deck for Lady Wildcats. Wright is 0 for 1. Remember, she struck out back in the first. She struck out swinging. So now the payoff pitch to come by Varola. And that will walk Corinne Wright. So now Madison Balco is up to bat. That is the third batter that Varola has walked so far today. It'll be up to Balco. With the bases loaded here, the one last out here in the third. Check swing up high. And one of the positives of the bases being loaded is that Varola doesn't have to worry about anybody trying to steal anything. It's just her and Balco. They're going to see that check swing made its way around, so 1-0 is the count. Again, I thought that was a ball. I didn't think that Balco had made her way around. She makes her way around on that one and sends that one up high and back. Again, let's hope that Ron Prady parked far away for today's softball game. So 0-2 is the count here for Balco. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's another strikeout there for Varola. She may have walked 3 batters, had the bases loaded, but was able to get out of the third inning without allowing Lee Wildcats to add any more damage to the scoreboard. So we're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats. And we come back, top of the 4th inning, coming up next.
I think we could agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrak and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network here in the 4th inning. We want to thank everybody and all of our sponsors here on the Wildcats Network, because this inning is brought to you by Bardini's Country Smokehouse. Gary has your back for all of your grilling needs. I know I've already made some Bardini's Country Smokehouse meats on my grill at home, and you can do so as well in your home. Check out Gary Bardini, the Country Smokehouse in Crabtree. And thank you, Gary, for being such a long-time sponsor of the Wildcats Network and bringing us the 4th inning here. Lee Wildcats up by 1 run here. And up to bat is Jarenik. And that's a strike there to start the at-bat here in the 4th inning. I'm going to knock on some wood because I don't want to jinx anything, but I want to note that the Spartans came into this game being one of the most scariest teams the Lady Wildcats may have faced so far this season, except that Armstrong team that they play and have outright won the section with their win over Kiski. So that ball goes foul off of Jarenik. And so an 0-2 here. Kayla Williams could earn her 4th strikeout on the afternoon. And Hannah Jarenik will try to avoid being 0 for 1. This would make it 0 for 2. She strikes out, and she does there. Strikeout for Jarenik here in the 4th. She goes down swinging, and now she's 0 for 2 at the plate. Peyton Hinsler is 1 for 1. She batted back in the 2nd. She had a base hit, stole 2 bases, and was left stranded on 3rd. So again, Lady Wildcats still hold on to a 1-run lead here. The pitch. Down low for a ball. So 1-0 count with 1 out. pitch here, the 1-0. Chop that goes foul, so now the count even at 1-1 with one out here for Peyton Hensler. Berkebile is on deck for the Lady Spartans, and then in the hole is the 9th batter in the lineup is Sarah Podcool. So again, these are the last 3 batters in the lineup coming up for the Spartans. That ball in there for a strike. Kayla Williams now in the driver's seat with a 1-2 count. If I'm her, I'm pitching away from Peyton Hensler, try to get her to chase one away. Or down low. Can't loft anything up high. That's the last thing you want to do. So 1-2 now the count. That's in there. Kayla Williams rings her up there. And Hensler now goes down looking. So now Ella Berkebile is up to bat for the Spartans. The lefty catcher for the Spartans is up. She could be the very last out here in the inning for the Spartans if she can't score or end up on base. Watch that one go by. That is a ball away from Ella. So 1-0 the count, 2 outs. The pitch. Down low again, 2-0 now the count. So 2-0. The pitch here. Up high again. Kayla Williams now looking at a 3-0 count. Great patience at the plate for Berkebile. And the next pitch to come. That's in there for a strike. So 3-1 the count. Kayla Williams needs to throw every pitch from here on out in the strike zone. At least for this at bat, Kayla Williams could retire the side. Chop. That goes foul. Heads up, folks. Well, it takes out the window at the shop class here at the middle school. So now another full count. The 6-1 that Kayla Williams has looked at so far this afternoon for what could be the final out of the inning for the Spartans. Top of the 4th. And that will walk the batter. Third batter walked by Williams so far today. And now Sarah Podcool is up to bat for the Spartans. And I wonder who the Spartans are going to have on deck. As again, Claire Mitchell was injured in her last at bat. I believe that they're going to have Klein up to bat for her, who was the courtesy runner. So that first pitch is a ball with a runner on first. The pitch. And scurrying back is Berkebile. 1-1 there after that pitch was called a strike. One pitch. Down low, called ball again. 2-1. Williams needs to try to see if she can get Podcool to swing on stuff. Podcool is 0 for 1 at the plate. She struck out back in the second. The 2-1 is in the first strike. That strike zone really tight to the batter, as that is the second strike called after a player, whether it's a Spartan or a Cat, has jumped out of the way of the ball. So now the deuces are wild here, 2-2 with 2 outs. And here's the pitch. Chopped at. Nice play by the second baseman, and that will do it for the top of the 4th inning. We're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network. When we come back, we're going to have the bottom of the 4th inning. Lee Wildcats lead by 1 run. Coming up next.
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!
We're back here on the Wildcats Network here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and a reminder that the 4th inning is brought to you by Bardini's Country Smokehouse in Crabtree. Again, a reminder, if Yins are grilling and want to impress your guests, I know I do whenever my in-laws from Philadelphia are in town, make sure you get Bardini's Country Smokehouse. Bardini's Meats has already graced my Weber a couple times so far here during the spring season. Lee Wildcats hold on to 1 run here. That pitch is in. And up to bat for Lee Wildcats is Maya McHugh, the 6th batter in the lineup. That ball gets by as a strike. McHugh is 0 for 1 on the day. She flew out to the outfielder, the right fielder, back in the 1st inning. That ball gets in for a ball, so 1-1 is the count for McHugh. Pitch. That's in there. Called strike, so 1-2 now the count. And I don't think you can see it on the broadcast, or maybe you can. That's going to be up for Richard to decide. But we have a pitcher warming up here in front of us for the Spartans. I wonder if they're going to pull Varola. That ball chopped at and makes its way and to Latrobe proper, but not in the correct direction. So 1-2 is still the count. Keeping her at bat alive is Maya McHugh. Here in the 4th inning, the Wildcats hold on to a 1-run lead. Inside, another ball. Count now even at 2-2. And Lee Spartan, who is warming up in front of us. That's Urenic. So another relief pitcher for the Spartans could be coming. That pitch is called a ball, so now a full count for Maya McHugh. She could earn a walk here. The pitch. Swing and miss, so Maya McHugh goes down swinging. Now up to the plate is Sarah Blasi. So Sarah Blasi, who struck out swinging back in the 2nd inning, is 0 for 1 at the plate. Cronenwetter is on deck, and Macy McHugh is in the hole. And that is in there for a ball. Or no, they're going to call that in for a strike. I didn't see the hand raised. So 0-1 the count. As Urenic, again, warms up in front of us. So I imagine that she might be pitching the next inning, or we'll see her in the circle in the next inning. That was a pretty good fastball, I'll say that much. That pitch there is fouled off by Sarah Blasi, so the count now 0-2 with 1 out. The Wildcats still holding on to a 1-run lead here. The pitch, high and away, 1-2 now. Again, a big thank you to Gary Bardini on sponsoring the Wildcats Network. They're going to ask for a change of the ball. They say that the ball that Uranek was using, or that Varola was just using right there, had a bit of a wave in the ball. Some contact must have been made that damaged it. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll sit down Blossy, your second strikeout there. That's the second strikeout of the inning for Varola. She now has racked up 4 here in her 1 2/3 innings pitched. So now at to bat is Cronenwetter. The pitch. Cronenwetter lets that one go by. Cronenwetter, the first baseman for the Lady Wildcats. 0-1. The pitch. Called strike 2 on Cronenwetter. Varola is really putting it into gear now. Find the strike zone for Lady Spartans. The pitch. And rung her up. That will do it. Varola strikes out the side. And that will do it here for the 4th inning. We're going to head into the top of the 5th inning. Lady Spartans trail by 1 here on the Wildcats Network. We'll be right back after these short messages.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelroyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Den. LHTC Media Crew bringing you tonight's game.
Short notice, preparing for a good team like this isn't easy, but this is our style of basketball.
Greater Latrobe starts out the evening with a pin from Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network in the 5th inning. We want to thank another one of our great sponsors for sponsoring this inning for the Lady Wildcats, and that is the fine folks over the Latrobe Bulletin. For just 35 cents a day, you can be kept up with all the action that you need to and all the news. I know I have my own e-subscription. You can subscribe at the LatrobeBulletin.com. Again, that's LatrobeBulletin.com to receive all of the news that you could possibly ask for here, and not only Latrobe, but also in Derry and Ligonier Valley as well. All those areas covered by the Latrobe Bulletin. That pitch in there for a ball. And up to bat is Klein. She steps in for an injured Claire Mitchell. So Klein, here in the 5th inning, is now looking at a 1-1 count. No outs here as Klein is the first batter of the inning for Spartans. Swings at that one, but is already running out of the box. So 1-2 now the count. A reminder, folks, if you are somebody that you know has a business that would benefit by being seen by thousands of peepers every single week, we really encourage you to reach out to us at mailbox@lhtcmedia.com. Again, that's mailbox@lhtcmedia.com, and get onto the Wildcats Network. We have multiple packages that suit any kind of budget that you have, and we just really want to make sure that Latrobe businesses are on our Latrobe broadcasts. You know, it's really important for us that the community is able to be seen on our broadcast and is able to support us here. So again, reach out to us at mailbox@lhtcmedia.com. Even count now, 2-2. On the at-bat for Klein, the pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll do it for Klein. And the first out of the inning goes to her here in the 5th. And that's strikeout number 6 for Kayla Williams. So now up to bat for the Spartans is Maggie Howard. Howard is 2 for 2 at the plate. She has a base hit in the first and a base hit in the third. Chopped at, that goes foul, and nearly takes out her sister Lauren. Or at least I believe it's her sister. Both have the last name Howard, but you know, you never know. So with a 0-1 count with 1 out here. Kayla Williams. 0-1 count with 1 out here, her pitch. And it's away from Howard, the lefty for the Spartans. So 1-1 with 1 out. And a reminder, folks, if you're enjoying the play here at Graham Sabota Field, don't worry. On tomorrow night, we will have boys varsity baseball and senior night here on the Wildcats Network live from Graham Sabota Field. That called strike there on Howard, so 1-2. Chris Beck will be back on the mic. I know Jens missed him from our Bell Vernon game. I personally am excited to have Chris back on the mic. Chris is excited to be back. That should be a great game here at Graham Sabota Field and a lovely night for baseball. Watching that one go by. So now 2-2 count with 1 out. And on Friday, the Wildcats Network will also be bringing you the 2024 Senior Prom Grand March live from inside the auditorium of Greater Latrobe High School. If you're not able to make it out there, we will have that available for you here on the Wildcats Network. Swing and a miss. That's another strikeout there for Kayla Williams. Now has 7 on the game. And now Lauren Howard is up to bat. Again, Lauren Howard, the right-hander, is up to bat for Lady Spartans. Check swing. They're going to say that she got around, so an 0-1 count. Kayla Williams a little red in the face, and again, that's one of the downsides of this AstroTurf, is that Williams is feeling the heat definitely. It is a hot day with a high of 80 here on top of the hill. Even the wind, it feels good, but down on that field, that turf sucks in all the heat in the world and just feels like you're standing on top of a toaster oven. So 1-1 the count, 2 outs. The pitch here by Williams. Chopped down, it'll go foul. It goes off the calf of Lauren Howard. So Kayla Williams now looking at a 1-2 with 2 outs. We'll have to see if Kayla Williams can strike out the side here. She can do it if she earns a strikeout here. And avoid the deuces from being wild down in the turf. So now the deuces are, in fact, wild here on top of the hill in the 5th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 5th inning on top of the hill. The pitch from Kayla Williams now to come on the 2-2. It's away, so now it's a full count, the 7th one on the afternoon for Kayla Williams. A great at-bat for Lauren Howard. She battles back. The pitch. And that will walk the batter. Lauren Howard will make her way now on to first base. So now with the runner on first, up to bat is Griffith. Kayla Williams, her pitch here. That's a ball as well. Kayla Williams having a hard time finding the strike zone. So 1-0, 2 outs. Emily Griffith up to bat. She is 0 for 2 on the day. She had a ground out to the shortstop back in the first and walked Chopped at that one. It's a high up, and the second baseman's able to get there, and that will do it for the Spartans here in this inning. Lady Wildcats are up to bat as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning. But we have to head on over and thank some of our sponsors. We'll be right back here on the Wildcats Network.
The 2024 Best of Westmoreland survey is underway. Bardini's Country Smokehouse in Crabtree thanks you for naming us Best for Meats in 23. To vote now, go to bestofwestmoreland.com, then to shopping and place to buy meat, and vote for Bardini's through April 24th. You can vote once a day. Gary Bardini is the only meat specialist in the region, honored as a Hall of Fame winner by the American Association of Meat Processors. Thank you for your vote.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. The Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network, bottom of the 5th inning, and thank you again to the Latrobe Bulletin for sponsoring the Wildcats Network, folks. And a reminder, we have we pay for an ad spot in the bulletin with our schedule for the week and a fly out in the at-bat for Macy McHugh. Macy McHugh was ready to get going. She did not have time for my antics. So now we're back to the top of the batting order here in the 5th inning. Miley Williams, the right fielder for the Lady Wildcats, again, her sleeves rolled up because it's hot down there on that turf. The pitch, chop that, and it does. It makes its way all the way out here to the junior high. So on the count with 1 out. And I actually want to give a shout out to the shop teacher here at Greater Latrobe. He doesn't know it, but we plug into an outlet in the shop classroom here at Greater Latrobe High School to power our broadcast here right by Graham Sabota Field. So thank you to the fine folks and the teachers here. Again, I don't think the shop teacher knows it, but we appreciate it anyways. That ball goes foul, so now an 0-2 count for Williams. That ball away. Miley Williams is 0 for 2 at the plate. She was walked back in the first and was struck out swinging in the third, and is now battling with 3 straight foul balls that go directly back into the crowd here at Graham Sabota Field, and a nice crowd. It's not senior night like we had at Gateway, but it's definitely one of the bigger crowds that I've seen in a minute here so far this season. Swing and a miss! Roller racks up, strikeout number 5. She's now tied with Riley Miller on the day for strikeouts. Now Maddie Machinsky is up on deck, or is up to bat. Kayla Williams is on deck, and Corinne Wright is in the hole. So 2 outs here for her Lady Wildcats in the 5th inning, still holding on to a 1-run lead. That ball chopped at by Machinsky. It goes foul. On the count. The pitch. Chopped at, zips out. Another great play there by the second baseman, and that will do it for the Lady Wildcats here in the 5th inning. We're going to head to the top of the 6th. Coming up next on the Wildcats Network after these short messages by our great sponsors.
Welcome to Ligonier Valley Learning Center Incorporated, where little hands do big things. For 38 years, Latrobe Kinder School has provided a continuum of quality services which promotes the emotional, behavioral, educational, and physical development of children. We've used a research-based curriculum that will help your child grow academically and socially. Guidance from our expert teachers, combined with our state-of-the-art play areas, will build your child's brains and bodies. Latrobe Kinder School provides high-quality pre-K education for 3- and 4-year-old children at no cost to qualifying families through the pre-K counts. Our enrollment is always open. Visit our website, LigonierValleyLearningCenter.com, to apply today.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
We're back here on the Wildcats Network, top of the 6th inning. From on top of the hill at Greater Latrobe. Right here, this is our last broadcast of the regular season for the Lady Wildcats. We do have to work with the NFHSN to bring everybody the WPIAL playoffs. We will make sure to post about that not only on our website, but also on our social media as well. So make sure you are following us on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram, as we will be posting our playoff updates there. And a big reminder that one of the downsides to the NFHSN being the main video broadcast team for the WPIAL and the PIAA as well is not only do you have to pay for your a subscription to watch the games, but you also have to be on the lookout for scam links that will steal your money and not provide you any broadcast. So make sure that you follow us and only get your links to our games from the Wildcats Network. We always highly encourage people to go out and support your Lady Wildcats and your varsity boys teams during the playoffs, again, because it's really important, especially for baseball and softball. They play a neutral site game, so make sure that you go out and support your teams whenever they are on the road. That pitch in from Kayla Williams is a ball. So now looking at pitch number 2. Called strike there. So now 1-1. At bat for the Spartans is Cervola, who is 0 for 2 on the day. She grounded out to the third baseman in the first and was struck out swinging in the third. That pitch a ball, so 2-1 for Kayla Williams. Lady Wildcats have made this a game, to say the least, on the Route 30 rivalry. They had 1 run back in the first inning, and no team has been able to earn anything else since. That's a ball there. So 3-1 now. Kayla Williams has walked 4 batters so far today, trying not to make it number 5. That's the last thing that she wants to do. Kayla Williams. Down and inside, walks her. So there you go, folks. The tying run is now standing on first base. And now up is Hannah Urenik. Again, Urenik was warming up as a pitcher here on the near side. Just a little bit ago when the Lady Wildcats were up to bat earlier in the game. I think that was back in the 4th. That ball hit well by Urenik, and that will make it to the outfield, and that will advance the tying run into scoring position. So, with no outs here, Spartans are threatening, but Kayla Williams has stranded a plethora of runners so far in this game. And a conversation being had by Coach Williams with Kayla on the mound. And so as Lady Wildcats talk over, we're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network. We'll be right back after these short messages in a moment.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!
We're back after that quick mound visit by Coach Williams with Kayla, who again has walked the tying run. And again, that's the tying run in scoring position on second, and the lead is on first. And now up to bat is Peyton Hinsler, who is 1 for 2, goes for a bunt, gets it, but it goes back foul. Reminder, folks, we're going to try to have WPIAL playoff softball here on the Wildcats Network. You will have to sign up for the NFHSN if you have not already. Kayla Williams. 0-1 count. Bunt there. And, dropped the play on first. The second baseman had stepped on to first to make the play, and they could have had the out. But that will load the bases for the Spartans again. Tie on third. Lead on second. An insult to injury on first. And now up to bat is WPIAL, the catcher for Lady Spartans. Nope, that is not. A substitute comes in. A courtesy batter for the Spartans. I'll tell you who that is in just a second. I believe that is Urinic. That is Hannah's sister who is up to bat. She bats in place. Berkedile. The pitch. And Machinsky is able to corral that one. A 1-0 count on the ball pitched by Kayla Williams. And the Lady Wildcats have hung on to a 1-run lead all game and really don't have any wiggle room here. The pitch. Shot deck goes foul again. And the other thing is that the Lady Wildcats have no outs here. So even if they were able to make a play in the field, they would only be able to get at most 2 outs. Unless they would be able to get, if they were somehow able to get the vaunted triple play, which is nigh impossible, almost unheard of here in high school baseball or high school softball. 1-1 count, the pitch. Ball away, 2-1 the count. Still no outs, and I would argue that that's the most important marker up there for Lady Spartans, apart from the bases being completely loaded by Urinic. And that's high as it's marked in the batting lineup. Kayla Williams takes the call from Coach Kovalchik. That's a strike there. Count now even at 2. Can Kayla Williams get out of this one? The 2-2. Now to come. Swing and a miss. Kayla Williams gets the strikeout. That's strikeout number 8 for Kayla Williams. Still with the bases loaded, Lady Wildcats were able to get an out there, so they could turn 2 and get out of the inning. That ball crushed. Oh, and the center fielder couldn't make a play on it. Knocks over the outfield fence, and that will score 2 runs on the stand-up double by Peyton Hensler. My apologies, that is not Peyton Hensler. That was Podcool. So not only have the Spartans broke the tie, but they have now taken the lead here with 2 runs here in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch. Down low. Well, that scores 3. You mark that in my book. So Spartans are up by 3 here after that hit cleared the bases by Podcool. The pitch, chopped at, foul. So 1-1 is Klein. She stepped in the 5th inning for injured Claire Mitchell, who I saw make her way onto the cart. And she was unable to walk. So we wish the best for her, and we hope that she has a speedy recovery, and I'm sure the Spartans do as well, as they are looking into heading into a very tough 6A conference in the WPIAL playoffs. That pitch up high, ball, 2-1 the count. The pitch to come from Kayla Williams. That ball is down in there. So 3-1 the count with 1 out. Kayla Williams. The pitch. Chopped at, foul again. So now full count, the 7th one on the day for Kayla Williams. Last time she faced a full count, she walked the batter, and really doesn't want to do that here because Lady Wildcats need to get out of this inning and need to do it right now. And they will have the bottom of the 6th and then the bottom of the 7th to earn 2 runs and not allow the Lady Spartans to add any more damage. Another swing and another foul back. A reminder again, tomorrow night is our broadcast of boys varsity baseball. And then on Friday, we will have the Grand March. That is scheduled to start at 4 o'clock, but we will start our stream at about 3:30. The pitch. Chopped at. Nice play by the Cats, and they call her out. No, they're going to call her safe. I thought that, nope, they did call her out. All right, I was worried they didn't call her out, but they did. The scoreboard was a little late on the changeup. Cronenware absolutely got her. So an easy play there. Klein grounds out. So now up is Maggie Howard, who is 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Base hits in the 1st and 3rd, and struck out in the 5th. And that's a ball, but something that I didn't mention is that was a sacrifice hit, or a sacrifice out for Klein, as that advanced Podcool onto 3rd, and Lady Wildcats really can't afford for Podcool to run in and give the Spartans a 3-run lead here at the top of the 6th inning. Pitch there by Kayla Williams is another ball, so a 2-0 count. You have to wonder if Kayla Williams is starting to feel some exhaustion here. She has pitched the whole game and usually is the starting pitcher and pitches full games on the daily for the Lady Wildcats. So on a hot day like today, I wonder if the exhaustion is starting to get to her. That ball gets by both players. Second base and shortstop both can't get it, and that is a base hit for Maggie Howard. And that will score another run. As Podcool is able to run in and score. So now Spartans have a runner on first, 2 outs. And Lauren Howard's now up to bat. The pitch. Chopped at, goes back foul. Or nope. Able to step underneath Asmachinsky. I thought went foul, and that will do it for the top of the 6th inning. I'm going to try to get my act together as we head into the bottom of the 6th. Lady Wildcats trail 4-1 here. We'll be right back at Graham-Sabota Field coming up next on the Wildcats Network.
The 2024 Best of Westmoreland survey is underway. Bardini's Country Smokehouse in Crabtree thanks you for naming us Best for Meats in 23. To vote now, go to bestofwestmoreland.com, then to shopping and place to buy meat, and vote for Bardini's through April 24th. You can vote once a day. Gary Bardini is the only meat specialist in the region, honored as a Hall of Fame winner by the American Association of Meat Processors. Thank you for your vote.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network. Tristan Borland, Richard Heelwig on the controls for us. As per usual, Lee Wildcats lost their lead. They gave up 3 runs in the 6th inning. So now up to bat for Lee Wildcats is Kayla Williams. And what a good way to have the inning start. I mean, Kayla Williams had a base hit and scored the first run of the game, had an RBI with that 2-run, or with that stand-up double back in the first inning. So after Lee Wildcats went 3 up, 3 down in the last inning, Kayla Williams is now up to bat in the 6th. And again, warming up in front of us is Hannah Uranek. And again, I wonder if she's going to get the call onto the mound here in the 7th inning for the Lady Spartans. That pitch gets to Williams, so it's fouled back. Kayla was just a little behind it. So now the 0-1. The pitch from Varola is inside for a ball, so 1-1 now the count. Again, the wind is blowing. There is a percentage chance of rain on Thursday, so we hope it doesn't get moved. That ball chopped at, snagged out of the air by Varola. What a heads-up play. And that will do it for Kayla Williams. So now, Corinne Wright comes up to bat for Lady Wildcats. She is 0 of 2 on the day. Had a strikeout swing back in the first and walked in the 3rd. The pitch. Check swing up high. Again, something to note for Varola is that she had the check swing on that. She wants that ball up high. And most players do. When you hang the ball up over top of the plate like that, especially high in the strike zone, you can usually wrap around it and just rip it right out of the park. That's exactly what Lady Wildcats need to do. Another ball up high, so 2-0 the count with 1 out. The pitch. And that's another ball by Varola. This is a little bit more similar to the 3rd inning that she pitched, or when she started pitching back in the 3rd inning. That was tough for her. The pitch here. And that's a strike in there. So 3-1 is the count. And the Winds here at Greater Latrobe are trying to knock our van off the hill. 3-1. And that's called a strike too, so a full count now for Corinne Wright. The Wildcats trail by 3 here. The pitch. Drop that goes back foul. Still a full count after the foul off by Corinne Wright. So a 3-2 count now to come for Varola. Her pitch here. And she walks Corinne Wright. So Corinne Wright now up. Or Corinne Wright now on first. Madison Balco now up to bat. The freshman who impressed everybody, not only Coach Volshevsky, or not Coach Volshevsky, that's the boys volleyball coach, Coach Kowalczyk, and caught there in the outfield. So a great hit by Balco, but it will be a fly out to the center fielder. So now up after Balco is Maya McHugh. She's up to bat. Still a runner on first. Lee Wildcats still trail by 3 here and are down to the last out here in the 6th inning. Up high, running. Slide in. That's safe easily by Corinne Wright. She steals second. And is now in scoring position. And again, Maya McHugh still up to bat. The count is 1-0 after that ball was thrown in. That ball right down the pipe. There's a strike there, so 1-1 the count. The runner in scoring position. All Maya has to do is get a contact, at least a base hit, and I would believe that Corinne Wright would be able to make it on into home. Contact made, popped up high. And it is foul and goes down over the hill. I'm sure the maintenance crew here at Greater Latrobe, I imagine, did not appreciate that. And now the 1-2. Chopped that back, foul again, trying to keep the at-bat alive is Maya McHugh. One-two still. Hanging on to the last out of the Cats. That ball down low. And looking Corinne Wright back onto second are the Spartans. So now the Juices are wild here in the 6th inning. 2-2 with 2 outs. Maya McHugh trying to force a full count here. As Corinne Wright also had a full count. She was walked. Chopped at, foul. It was down low and away. You know, if I'm Varola, I throw this pitch down away again, but make sure that it's way outside. Two outs. Corinne Wright still in scoring position on second. High again, so a full count is drawn by Maya McHugh. The pitch. Check swing, and that's the second batter walked by Varola. She's walked 5 so far this afternoon. She took over in the 3rd. So, with 2 outs here, substitution comes in for the Lee Wildcats, and I'll let you know who that is in just a second. Coach Kavolche likes to keep me on my toes. That's Morrison who's now up to bat. She bats in place of Sarah Blossy. And from the sound of the bench, that's Maddie Morrison. Number 25 for Lee Wildcats was a runner in scoring position and also a runner on first. So if Morrison is able to rip the cover off of this one, send it out of Graham Sabota Field. The Lady Wildcats will be able to tie it up, and that will do it, though, for the 6th inning. We're going to head into the 7th. Can the Lady Wildcats hold off the Spartans to make it possible to come back in the bottom of the 7th? We'll find out after these short messages here on the Wildcats Network.
I think we could agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrak and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, Great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer, and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
We're back here on the Wildcats. Now we're top of the 7th inning on top of the hill. Lady Spartans were back in the last inning. It's now 4-1 here against the Lee Wildcats. Up to bat for the Spartans is Emily Griffith. The pitch. That's a ball there for Kayla Williams for the first at-bat of the inning. Kayla Williams and Lee Wildcats need to make sure that the Spartans don't score another run, or else that is going to be a very, very tough bottom of the 7th inning for the Lee Wildcats. I am wrong. There is a new batter up for the Lee Spartans. That's Bozick in for Emily Griffith. Coach just wants to keep me on my toes, and I appreciate that. I appreciate making sure that I'm paying attention. So Bozick is up. 2-0 count for Kayla Williams. Another ball away. Kayla Williams has walked 4 batters so far today. She walked 5 in the game against Franklin Regional. That was our last broadcast here on the Wildcats Network. If you guys missed that game, don't worry. It's still available at wildcatsnet.com. Again, wildcatsnet.com. You can view all of our broadcasts so far this year. Even broadcasts from previous years still available. Make sure you go and check that out. That pitch finally in there for a strike. Kayla Williams now looking at a 3-1 count. The pitch here by Williams. In there for a strike, so the 8th full count for Kayla Williams. And Kayla Williams gets strikeout number 9 on the day. Or will she walk batter number 5? The pitch. Shot that foul, so we will be left pondering this question for another at-bat. Count's still full. Lee Wildcats need to get outs and need to get them fast so they can get up to the plate and try to come back in this game. They need to earn 3 runs in a half inning. They've only been able to score 1 so far against the Spartans. That's in there. Rung her up. Kayla Williams earns strikeout number 9 on the afternoon. And another substitution comes in for the Spartans. And that is E. Rigby. I believe it's Ella Rigby, who steps in for Cervola. That first swing is foul. And again, the Spartans are going to be, I imagine for this final inning that the Spartans are going to be at the plate, they're going to substitute in all of their players, as this is a non-conference game. The Spartans have already clinched a spot in the 6A playoff picture. And that's a strike in there for Kayla Williams. 0-2 now the count after the first pitch was fouled, and now a strike. And Kayla Williams get double digits in this game. That's a ball away. 1-2 now the count with 1 out. So Bigsby is currently at bat. And from what I see down there, Shipman is going to be up to bat next. Another ball away, so even count at 2-2. Kayla Williams and Lady Wildcats really struggling right now. Kayla Williams pitch. Called strike there and rung her up. That is 10 on the afternoon for Kayla Williams. And now Shipman is up for the Spartans. So Shipman is up to bat for Lady Spartans. The pitch. Swing and a miss there for Kayla Williams. It would be great if she could strike out the side. So the 0-1 count after that ball beats Shipman. That one too far inside. The lefty is able to get some leeway here. So an even count 1-1. Not saying that the ref is calling in her favor, but that strike zone shifts a little bit, especially in the eyes of Kayla Williams with a lefty being a righty throwing into them. It's a little more challenging. That ball chopped at, popped up foul and caught, and that will do it for this inning. Lady Wildcats have their last opportunity to score 3 runs here and tie it up here at Graham Sabota Field when we come back after these short messages on the Wildcats Network.
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network. Thanks, Chris. Folks, Chris Beddick, who will be joining us tomorrow night for the senior night for boys varsity baseball. Make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be a great game here at Graham Sabota Field under the lights. You're on the Wildcats Network. The Wildcats trail 4-1 here with the Spartans, and up to bat for Lady Wildcats. As that ball goes by. Yeah, it's not Cronenwetter. She is up next on my list, but they threw again. Coach Cavolci likes to keep me on my toes and make sure I'm paying attention. That is Blue Bosch. Watches strike 2 roll in. That pitch swung on, and that will do it for her. That's strikeout number 6 for Varola. And now, up to bat is Macy McHugh, the 9th batter in the lineup. After her, we'll head back to the top where Miley Williams is. The Wildcats only have 2 outs left to earn 3 runs. That ball inside for a strike. I thought it was a ball, but again, it just must have just barely caught the corner. The pitch. Chopped at, popped up high, and caught there. So now, Lady Wildcats are down to their last out. So Lady Wildcats will either score 3 runs or they will be done for the evening. And again, I know people say, well, duh, obviously. but they're down to their last out, so anything other than runs or hits are no bueno. That ball chopped at, popped up. Riley Williams at the plate. On the count, and Lee Wildcats down to their last out. That's a ball away, so 1-1 the count. Williams, the left-hander, trying to give Arola a bit of a tough time. Again, left-handed batters usually give right-handed pitchers a bit of a tough time. That pitch is in there. So 1-2. Could be the last out of the afternoon of the Route 30 rivalry here at Graham-Sabota Field. The pitch, chopped at, but it's foul. It's good contact, but Williams was just ahead of it. No, she was just behind it. I forgot that she was a left-handed batter. So 1-2 the count, 2 outs. Lee Wildcats still trail by 3 runs. Pitch. Swing, and that will do it. Spartans travel down Route 30 and will head back home with another victory over the Lady Wildcats. And we'll head into the WPIAL playoffs with some moxie. Lady Wildcats drop this one to the Spartans here at Graham-Sabota Field. Earned a run in the first. Held on to that lead for 5 innings, but dropped it with a rally in the 6th inning by the Spartans. So that will do it for our broadcast this afternoon. Our next broadcast is tomorrow night. Chris Beddick here at Graham-Sabota Field for boys or for varsity baseball and senior night. Under the lights, our broadcast will start at 6 o'clock as well as the ceremony for senior night will. For Richard Hillwig on the controls, I'm Tristan Portland signing off from on top of the hill here in Latrobe. Wishing all of you a wonderful rest of your evening.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!